points. But here, our attention is not the nodal points. Our attention is control volumes. Is it okay? So as we told, the notation that we use is any particular point inside the node. With respect to that particular node, towards the left and right node is been addressed as west node and east node. And also, similarly, the left and right control volume surface is denoted as west phase and east phase. East control volume and west control volume. So distances also we got to know. What is our step one? Our step one is discretization, grid generation. Suppose say if I have given you the length of rod of say 10 centimeter or something, we have to first divide this domain into some number of control volumes such that the boundary also becomes a control volume. Okay, the left and right end will also be a control volume. In between that also you have to divide it as an equal number of control volume. Okay, and we are going to consider the node inside the control volume. Okay, our attention is across the control volume, what is the rate of change of any property happening. So this is our first step. So first step is what is called as grid generation. Second step is what is called as discretization. Discretization means whatever the equation that you are solving, we have to do volume integration. Please understand. In control volume, across the control volume, we do what is called as volume integration. So when we do volume integration, suppose say we have taken this diffusion equation d by dx of gamma into d phi by dx plus integral volume integral of s into dv. S, you know, like it is something like your heat generation concept, source term. When you do that, you're going to end up with gamma A because we are doing across the control surface. Correct? So that gamma A into d phi by dx to the east minus gamma A d phi by dx west plus S bar delta V. So this is the discretization form. Now, what is our next step? Now we shall try to discuss this. So we shall try to write this, explain this equation 2, equation 1, and then we will continue. Okay. So you can write it here. After you discretize it, what is that? We'll try to define these terms. So you can write along with me where A is control volume, where A is control surface, sorry, where A is control surface area of control volume, because every control volume is defined with the help of area, right? So A is the cross sectional area of control volume phase. Okay, delta V is the volume and S bar is the average is the over the control volume. Okay. Now please understand this. Why people prefer finite volume method is, please observe this equation. So we have discretized it, but even after discretization, it has some physics in it. Please see this equation 1. Gamma A d phi by dx east phase minus gamma A d phi by dx west. So in some way, it is trying to tell us whatever the rate of change of property that is going out of east phase minus whatever that is coming in. So this is something like out minus in. So it is telling like a physics, like it is explaining, even though the discretization form is something related to the physics, which we cannot find it out in finite difference method. This we have to appreciate it. Okay, so we can write it now. It is a very attractive feature that of finite volume method that the discretized equation has a clear physical interpretation. Clear physical interpretation. अर्थ आयता पा as a clear physical interpretation. What is this? What is that physical meaning? We will try to write it. The equation states that n, what is that it is going to state? The diffusive flux. See, why I am writing all these things is for you to understand. Once you start reading it, no, you will be able to understand. That's why I'm writing it. Otherwise I would have skipped this and just explained the process and left it. I want you to read all these things. That's why I'm reading. Flux of phi leaving the east face, leaving the east face, and minus, or you can write like this, minus the diffusive flux phi entering the west face is equal to what, guys? Is equal to the generation, is equal to the generation of phi. Means that source term is there, na? Generation of phi. That means, that is, it constitutes a balanced equation. A balanced equation for phi over the control volume. Please understand this. That is why it has been very well accepted and very well attracted by many of the researchers, this method. So the discretized form is having such a, good meaning of physics, means a very close meaning related to the physics. That's why they are using this for writing codes, etc., etc. All your answers fluent, whatever the solver that you are seeing, they have written the code using finite volume method over control volume. Okay, next, to calculate gradients at the control. Okay, this we will try to write it in the next line. So this Arthaitapa, are you able to understand? So what is this explanation we have written is, it is based on this equation 2. So we have just defined this equation 1, that to RHS. So whenever we discretize it, whatever that we are getting, this also has a strong physical meaning, which we cannot find it in finite difference method. Is it okay, guys? So this is the thing over the control volume. Next, we will now try to find out how the properties. Suppose say you have gamma here and area, all those things across the control volume, how to find out? So gamma, A, all those things at the control volume, you have to find out. No, how do we do that? Means, see, gamma A into d phi by dx means what? Gamma at face E, area at face E. So how do we find out gamma at east face? We have to do some sort of approximation. We have to use what is the property or property at node, at east node and west node, and try to take the average of it, linear form. So something like that, we have to do some approximation, correct? So you can write after this, to calculate gradients, at the control volume at the control volume faces an approximate distribution of distribution an approximate distribution of properties between the nodal points is used. So I'll tell you what it is. First, we will try to write that. Next line you can write linear approximation seems to be the obvious choice. Obvious and simplest way. Obvious and simplest way of calculating. Obvious and simplest way of calculating interspace values. Okay. And the gradients. I'll tell you what it is. I'll explain you. This practice is called as central differencing. Now, what is that? Is very simple. See here, I'm going to write this. Suppose say you have a node here. Okay, Napa. This is your, what is this? This is your east control. Come on, tell me, what is this? This is your west control volume. This is your east control volume. Then what else you are having? You have a, suppose say this is our point P. This is our west node. This is our east node. Now suppose say I want to find out the property at this left control volume. Suppose say I want to find out, say, gamma small w. What do you mean by gamma small w? I want the property gamma at the left control volume w. Now, what is the approximation that we will do is, someone mic is on. Disturbing, please see that. So, if we want to find out the gamma at w, that means at the west face, at the west control volume, see capital W, please pay attention to this. So what we do is we will try to make the approximation, that is gamma, any property for that matter, gamma at the node W plus gamma at node P divided by 2. Is it okay, guys? Are you able to understand? Did you got it? So at west face, we will be taking the average of the nodal properties, any property for that matter. Similarly, now can you tell me what is gamma E? Can you tell me what is gamma
P,
E? Yes.
gamma P plus gamma E by 2.
Very good. So, it need not be gamma, it can be any property for that matter. So, at any control volume you want to take it, we are going to take the average values of the nodes. Now, similarly, yeah, any doubt? Anyone, anything you want to tell?
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ
ಅದು
ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್
ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ,
ಮಾಡಿ?
ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. I'll handle that also. Now, this is about gamma. Now, see here, what is going to happen? Internal, we did this, no? What is this we did? Gamma A d phi by dx at E. Is it okay? No, sorry. You just don't take this 1 to 2. This gamma A d phi by dx at east face. Now, how we can write this? Do you have any clue for this? Come on, tell me. Gamma at E. area at face E into, can you tell me, d phi by dx, how I can write at east face? At east face, d phi by d, what do you mean by d phi by dx? What is d phi by dx?
Sir, delta phi by delta x.
Means like d phi by dx is a rate of change of property across the distance x, correct? Some property change with respect to x. So d phi by dx, see, at east face, please concentrate on this. At east face, I'm going to write it like this: phi e minus phi p, so capital letter, divided by delta x pe. So what is delta x pe? This is, please understand, we will try to write it like this. Is it okay? Similarly, can you tell me what is this gamma a d phi by dx of west face? So small letter means at the control volume, at the east and west control volume. Gamma w aw, then what is this? Can you tell me? Always right minus left at the face. What is
Phi
this?
p minus
Very good.
phi
Very good.
w by
Hashtag,
delta
hashtag.
x wp.
Yes. Hashtag. Delta x WP. Correct. So like this, we are going to find the approximations. Is it okay? Now we will talk about this. S bar into delta V. So ಇದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, this is something like this source term is a function of some other properties. We don't know. Since we are generalizing this, we don't know whether source is a function of something, etc. See, in case of internal heat generation, I will give you an example. In the internal heat generation, if you could remember, we used to solve problems where Q is a function of something. Do you remember that? In heat transfer problems, I think if the people who have solved the problems in heat transfer, internal heat generation, will be able to understand this. We used to find it, like I'll just give you the example. Like say Q is equal to something like, a plus bx, something we used to write it like this. Problems we have solved it like this. Do you remember this in the tutorial? Or say
Yes, sir.
so Q is like ax something like that, it is a function of something. And internal heat generation, it's a volumetric property, so it depends on the volume. So similarly here, since it's a source term, it will be a function of something. So since we are generalizing it here, what is that we can write it as a general form. You can write it as SU plus SP into phi P. Now what is this? We'll try to write it. So I will explain you. You can just assume that source term across the control volume, we can just write it as SU plus SP into phi P. What is this? I'll tell you. So in practical situations, means it is turning out to be some other term, okay, SU plus SP. Andrea, we are just approximates, okay. In the linear form, we are just approximating it. That's it. AX plus B, Y is equal to MX plus C. Papa. You can consider this as S bar into delta V. We are approximating that as a linear form. So that we are giving it as SU and this. Because when we do linear approximation, like when you want to do with respect to volume integration, we have to do approximation across the control volume. So what is happening here? There is a source term that is actually, with respect to the diffusion term, there is a source term happening. So we are writing that source term as I explained you now. Q is like ax plus b or something like that. We used to solve problems. Similarly, like that, you can assume we have just approximated as, no, when we solve problem, you'll get to know. We have approximated as SU plus SP into phi b. Now you can write below this. In practical situations, as illustrated, the source term S may be a function of dependent variables. So now we will not be able to understand. When we solve problem, you will get to know. Okay, is a function of dependent variable. In such cases, finite volume method approximates the source term by means of linear form. So you can write that is S bar into delta V is nothing but equal to SU plus SP into phi P. So now in this case, it's a property of phi. Now suppose say if I take T, dt, ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಡಿ ಫೈ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಸ್ ಪಿ ಇಂಟು ಟಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ Q internal heat generation can be a function of temperature. So something like that. So in that particular format we have written it. Okay. Okay. Now therefore we can write what is the equation 1 becomes after applying all these approximations to here, where in this equation you can write substituting the above therefore substituting the above approximations in one we get what is that we are going to get. Come on, let us try to write it. Please see this equation, all of you. RHS, only RHS I'm just talking. Gamma A d phi by dx minus gamma A d phi by dw plus S bar into delta V. Please write that. So in the place of that, what is that we are going to get? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Gamma E AE phi E minus phi P divided by delta X PE minus gamma W AW phi P minus divided by correct ಏನಪ್ಪ plus source terms ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬರಿತೀವಿ SU plus SP into phi P equal to 0. Please write this and you can call this as equation 2. Any doubt till here? Please let me know. Any doubt till here? Please let me know. Now, let us try to rearrange this equation as a coefficient of, see, phi P is there, phi W is there, phi E is there. Shall we try to rearrange the equations? So phi P, please concentrate on phi P, all of you. Gamma E AE into ನೋಡಿ divided by okay plus So I'll just try to write it like this. Okay, 5b equal to minus is there. No, let's have sent it that side. This the remaining terms. Gamma W, AW. So these are all small things. Small w, please understand, even though if I'm not written. Divided by plus gamma E, AE, phi capital E, whole divided by delta X, PE plus hedappa. Plus in the SU. Is it okay? Any doubt till here? Please let me know. Is it okay, all of you? Enappa? Is it okay, all of you? Please concentrate here, all of you. Let me know if you have any doubt. Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this equation is what is called as nodal equation. Is it okay? You can write it here. You can put a line here. You can call this as equation 3. Equation 3 is called as nodal equation. Now, if you observe here, gamma E AE divided by delta X, this is a constant. Gamma AW divided by delta, this is also constant. SP is also constant. And gamma W AW, everything is constant. So what is that we can do is, we can replace this equation 3 with some other way, in some other way. What is that? I'll write it like this. See, AP into 5P equal to AW into 5W plus AE into 5E plus SU. So put a mark for this. 4, right? Equation 4. This is what you should remember. That's it, nothing else. But you should remember where you can write, where you can see here AP equal to, guys, you see here where AP equal to AE plus AW, AE andre E, okay, AE plus AW minus SP, where what is AE? AE equal to gamma E AE divided by delta X PE. What is AW? Which is nothing but equal to gamma W AW divided by delta X WP. That's it. If you remember this much, the equation is over. That's it, done. Is it okay? You can see AP, I can write it as AE plus AW minus SP. See here, gamma E AE is nothing but AW, AE. AW, gamma W AW divided by delta X WP is nothing but AW. So I can write AP as AE plus AW minus SP. Okay, guys, all of you. So this is what is called as the nodal. This is also called as generalized nodal equation. You can write it as generalized nodal equation. Enappa, okay na? ಜನರಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಲ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ? ಇವಾಗ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಹೌ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್, suppose say, see here, you have nodes like this, aita, and you have a control volume like this. Every node has a control volume, correct? So let us try to take ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇದು ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, 2 3 4 5 ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 1. ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ equation 4, you just see equation 4. How I will be writing the equation is very simple. See here, AP will be like that only. 5p ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬರೀತೀನಿ ನಾನು? Suppose say I can write I equal to 2. 5 2, understood? Equal to, which is the west node to 2? Which is the west node to 2? 1 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? AW ಹಂಗೆ ಇರಲಿ. Since it's a constant, it doesn't vary, no? So AW into 5 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 1. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Next to AE ಹಂಗೆ ಇರಲಿ, since it's a constant, we will be calculating it. Okay, only you tell what is 5, which is the east node to 2, which is the east node to 2? 3, correct? So you can write SU also you can calculate, we will be given in the problem. So similarly I equal to 3 ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? AP 5 3 equal to AW 5 2 plus AE 5 4 plus S4. So hingene you will start writing it, and this AE AW will be numbers, SU also everything will be number. So in place of 5, if I have temperature, it is just T3 T2. So you are going to get a set of linear equations. Finally you will be ending up with what? Set of linear equations. Okay, that is what our next step. Solution of, you write the last step, solution of equations. I hope you have got it, how we are doing it. You can write discretized equations. Discretized equations must be set up at each of the nodal points. Nodal points in order to solve the problem. This results in set of linear equations. Set of linear equations which can be solved by any numerical method. Obviously we will go for matrix method. Okay, LMTD method I have taught you, no? Matrix method to obtain distribution, to obtain the distribution of property. Is it okay, guys? Did you understood? I know you have understood only 50 to 60% now, since you have not solved the problem, but now you have got, at least you would have got some brief idea about how the things going to be. Okay, now what we do is, please copy the problem. We will start solving the problem. This is how the things is. Okay, problems. When we start solving the problems using finite volume method, you will get to know how how we should do it. Okay. Come on, start. Please, I will dictate, copy down, all of you. Consider the problem of, consider, I will dictate. Consider the problem of source free heat conduction. Consider the problem of source free heat conduction. Source free heat conduction in an insulated rod. In an insulated rod whose ends are maintained at, in an insulated rod whose ends are maintained at 100 degree and 500 degree respectively, whose ends are maintained at 100 degree and 500 degree respectively. Okay, na? Calculate the steady state temperature distribution. Calculate the steady state temperature distribution in the rod. Calculate the steady state temperature distribution in the rod. Full stop. Thermal conductivity K equal to, thermal conductivity K equal to 1000 watt per meter Kelvin. Cross sectional area equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 meter square. Length equal to 0.5 meter. Length equal to 0.5 meter. Is it okay? Anything you want to know? Hello? Yeah. Now, what is our step 1? Let us start now. Solution. Write along with me. Solution. Let us divide the length of the rod into 5 control volumes. They have not given any this thing. We will consider. Okay. Step number 1. Let us divide. So since it's a first problem, very detailedly I will do it. So second, third problem, you should be able to catch the technique that we use here. Okay. So let us divide the length of the rod, into 5 control volumes. Okay, Napa? 5 control volumes which are equal. See, again, if things will become complicated, if you don't maintain equal control volumes. If it is unequal control volumes, like, it's a non-uniform grid, then again the complexity will be more. Since you are learning now, starting, we will now keep the things as ideal as possible. But take it from me, when you go to the outside world, things will not be as ideal as you are studying right now. It's okay. So you should be prepared to handle the unideal situations or non-uniform situations. So this concept applies everywhere in all fronts of the life. We are teaching you everything in ideal conditions, but you will be exposed to non-ideal conditions, realistic conditions. Huh? So you have prepared your mind for ideal thing. Suddenly, if you try to see something which is non-ideal, non-uniform, you should always try to bring that into non-ideal thing. Bring that into ideal case and try to solving it. If you are not, somewhat you have to make some modifications and then try to solve it. Okay. So in that process, don't try to change your mindset from ideal to non-ideal case. So that's what people are trying, getting influenced by the surroundings and getting changed from ideal situation to something like non-ideal case. So even though the situations and the surroundings starts affecting you, to some extent, don't try to give it up. Try to follow the principles and try to be with whatever that is ideal possible, what is proper. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Forget. Now, what is our first step? Let us divide the length of the rod into 5 equal control volumes. Okay. Now, let us try to write since it's the rod, you can try to write L equal to 0.5. Write the diagram first here. So you can see the cross section. You can assume it to be this thing. So it is 10 to the power of minus 2 meters square. Correct, appa? So ella bartaito. Okay. Now what is that? Come on. Let us try to write the domain in our with respect to finite volume notation is concerned. ಈಗ 9:40 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ.
Yes, sir.
ಯಾರು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಓ, HOD ದೇ ಇದೆಯಾ? So TA, TB. Okay, I will leave. Don't worry. I will create the domain and I'll try to leave it. Okay. So see here. 5 control volumes means 5 nodes. Okay. One. Okay. One. So here we are naming it as Ti and Tb the boundary. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes we have taken. Now please understand here, if this is the one, everything will be delta x. That means to say the distance between this is equal to distance between this. Do you agree with me? Both will be delta x. You do not have to worry because we have equally placed. But when you come here, this will be delta x divided by 2. This will be delta x divided by 2. Is it okay? So you can see here, this is delta x. Muro. Okay, na? One, two, three, four, delta x. So how many control volumes you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it okay, all of you? Please understand this, and you know it is length is 0.5 mm divided by 5 means 1.1. So here you can consider delta x equal to 0.1 meter, which is nothing but 0.5 divided by 5. Is it okay? So 5 control volumes we have equally divided. The control volumes are same equal control volume. So here you don't get confused. This is actually at the proper exactly equal. All control volumes are equal. Okay. Now we have to solve. Okay, this is the domain. So where TA is 100, TB equal to 500. What is our next step? Okay, I'm concluding it. Differential equation. So what is the steady state one dimensional heat conduction equation? We will write it d by dx of k into dt by dx equal to 0. Source free heat conduction. So this is nothing but what? T square t by dx square. D square t by dx square. So k into d square t by dx square is equal to 0. You can call this as 1. From there, how to do volume integration and how to find out all the other properties, we will try to understand in the next class. So tomorrow, Saturday, right? So tomorrow at same class, like 10 o'clock, I will take the class. So we can solve this problem, or else today you are free at some time. Hello, students. Today are you free? All the 3 sections. It's okay. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I'll be taking the class. 1 hour I'll take. That's it. 10 to 11. We will finish off this problem. So one problem on control volume, finite volume method. If we are done, then the remaining thing you will be able to understand to do it. Any problem if I give, you will be in a position to do so that control volume will be over. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, please don't forget. I'll be taking the class. Thank you.